What's going on, Rocks? What's going on? So going from 80 degrees to 60 degrees. But anyway, so as you see the roller, that back roller, so let me tell you about taking care of your health, right? So after my running the other day, so I use that little roller in my back, in my back crack, right? So, and there's a story behind that. So oh my God, your back crack, your back cracks, they're fine. So, went to work, was in my office, sitting in the desk. I got up, went to the bathroom, like kind of bent down for a second, and one of my muscles pulls back, and it was painful, right? I just couldn't bend, and I was like, oh, all right. Nothing to worry. So, and then my shift was on a Friday, actually on a Saturday. I work half day on Saturday. So, long story short, I got up to try to go to pee at, 1 o'clock in the morning. I cannot get out of bed. That was a sciatic nerve. I could have literally got up and go to pee. It was painful. My wife actually got up and made me say, I got to do this, man. It was painful for about 2 days. I'm a little better, thank you. And that brings me to the next point. I'm a huge fan of Bruce Willis, man. I'm a huge fan. And I haven't checked the news for almost 4 weeks, but for some reason something pulled up in my core, and I've just been deleting apps. And I've been praying for Bruce Willis. One of the iconic actors and probably that this country has produced. There's several, but if you're not a fan of Bruce Willis, man, dude, my heart is broken. I've been praying for his family this morning. I've been like full of vitality, and then after that, dementia, and it breaks my heart, man. But that brings me to the point that you got to take care of yourself as far as being healthy, and just do everything on your power to to pretty much be resourceful and have a partner that helps you, because you never know when you're gonna get old. You're not Superman. You're not indestructible. You're not immortal. So as I was seeing the pictures of Bruce Willis, I knew, because I it's been on the news for the past couple of months or years, and it was just heartbreaking, man. As I was mentioning my podcast on my show earlier, if you go back, and by the way, subscribe to the channel, and if you don't have a partner with somebody, because man, it's just, you're gonna get old one day. If you haven't taken the time to spend some time with actually really matters, I'm gonna try to give you a lesson. You might not see me ever again. After, you never know. We all have an expiration date. It's just matter when. And as one chapter of my life just closed yesterday, and it was just like a door closed. It means that 20 more are gonna open. But anyway, I'm still remaining humble. I've been 4 years sober, and I'm 50 plus, and my goal 4 years ago, it is, I am going to put my health, my mental being first, help as many people as possible, pray for others, but you got to take care of yourself. Like your health is the most important, and if you need to change your occupation, Do it, and do it now. I don't care if you make less money. I don't care if you need to downgrade your lifestyle. Do it today, because within the next, you don't start feeling those pains until passing 50. I tell you, when I had this, I was like, I had probably one time the sciatic nerve. It is so bloody painful. I couldn't get up, brothers. I could not get up out of bed. I was in pain for 2 days. Thank God I work from home, and I'm in a, I raised my desk. I've been standing up ever since. But I'm telling you, meditation in the morning. If you don't need to go anywhere in the weekend, don't go anywhere. Try to go to church. I've been a huge fan of doing work. I haven't done it lately here because I moved to the South. I'm going to start looking as well to this organization that is the Avitas for Humanity. And the holidays are coming, man. It's September, but it's September, October, November. So think of others as the most important platform in your life, because at the end of the day, you never know when, and within the next 10, 15 years, the guy is going to need help. It might be you, might be us. So this is a match. Try to be the best you can be with others. And I've been literally, after seeing the images of I wish they would do a Netflix from Bruce Willis, man. Die Hard, Mercury Rising, The Fifth Element. But of course, Die Hard, and actually his latest was in the franchise, the Expendables. I for some reason I always loved Bruce Willis. I always loved the dude, man. And seeing especially a man, a human being, is just like, man, it literally broke my heart. So if hopefully one of the families of anybody who knows Bruce Willis sees this video, man, I'm telling you, I'll send prayers, the cosmic energy of the universe to just, man. And that brings me to obviously the next subject, because when I became a runner, you got to be involved on and donate your time to research. There's a lot of research in dementia against, the cancers and autism, and I have a mission to do something for others. Like, if you can do some, I know a lot of people, they do a bunch of races, ultra. Eventually I want to do an ultra marathon. What about you start raising funds for something? You got to be on something. Have a mission, man, because we're not going to be here for that long. I'm 50 plus. Bruce Willis is 70 years of age, man. And there's tons of examples. I've seen people, they were healthy and they're like, oh, what a heartbreaking. But it gives me the alarms on my life is like, oh shit. That's what I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I say my health, it is the biggest priority right now within my life. I get up early, I go to bed early, and I don't do anything that is gonna jeopardize my health. I don't go to concerts, I don't go to games, I don't go to big venues. I spend my time taking care of my well-being within my family, because if I don't take care of myself, I'm going to take care of others. And that brings me to the next point, that you have to have a partner. You got to have someone within a spouse or significant other, and build a team, and subscribe to the channel. And before I let you go, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to mention his name. I used to have a friend, made more money than me, and pretty successful. He was an influencer, and went to Dubai, Singapore. He was all over the world, man. And unfortunately, the guy had an accident and and died, it was 40 years old. So what does that tell you? You don't know what your time is going to come. So if we're not aware of what we're doing and how we do those things, like, do I need to, let's see if you decide one day to go on maybe on a concert or anywhere. And should I be doing this? Should I be going to, 11 o'clock at night or 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? Should I be doing this? Or should I just maybe stay home? We have a meeting with the church, and, we're building this youth group, or whatever the case might be, right? So every decision we made has a consequence in our lives. As I was explaining in my earlier video, the best lessons is the Newton laws, right? For every action, there's a reaction. Energy can not only be transformed, it can never be destroyed. You can always be transformed. Like, we transform that energy into a positive, if you're doing your positive life, if you transform that positive life and do a lot of action toward that positive, it's going to come back to you positive, right? And that's one of the, and the last one that I always love is, objects that stay at rest will stay at rest until a force act upon and move that object. Which means in our lives, we constantly need to be moving forward, moving into positivity, moving into action, but taking care of, be a psychopath in taking care of your health and your body. Be like you are sponsored by Nike, by all these multi-trillion-dollar companies, and they're like, how even football players, you're gonna ride a bike, your hands are insured by billions of dollars. So there's no anything that is gonna jeopardize your future, like a football player. That's how we need to act, and every single day, right? So this weekend we're gonna stay at home. We're gonna do our walks, our run, but we're gonna go back home and do some cooking and do our prayers and do go on the computer and do a little bit of work. But we're just going to take care of our bodies, right? Pray. And as I leave you with the best tunes of Americana music, I was listening, Guns N' Roses, and a little bit of one of my favorites is John Cougar Mellencamp and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, man. And see, as I walk and I put my headphones, I was like, I'm positive and encouraging the world and sending positive vibes. So I'm going to send you positive vibes to you, and let's go, man. It's possible. Let's go. And I was like, woo, let's go, baby. I'm like, I'm so happy to be alive, but the job is not done, and take care of yourself. Go help somebody that can never repay you. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I love you guys, and pray for Bruce Willis, man. Pray for Bruce Willis, man. I love you, Bruce, man. I love the family, and I tell you.